Hi, everybody. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I go by the nickname Ginger. A lot of you are funny. You call me Auntie Ginger. I appreciate it. It's not cute, not knowing, and we always start the day with a hug. Why a hug, Auntie? Why a hug? Because sometimes you need a hug. You just do. Let's start with actor Johnny Depp. Years ago, he had the show 21 Jump Street. He was fine. Holly Robinson Pete, we know him from Pirates of the Caribbean. He's led a rough life. A lot of drugs. He was doing a lot of drugs by the time he's 14. And there was drinking. Johnny Depp says you can say a lot of things about him, but he's no wife beater. He went through a very bad divorce. He married model Amber Heard. That marriage wasn't good. That was a mistake, and it was very tumultuous. There was word, they said that he was beating her, and the London newspaper printed it. Well, he's suing that London newspaper, and the trial is going on now. We're finding out a lot of stuff. First off, Johnny Depp's ex-wife, ex-girlfriends, they're in his corner. They're saying he is not the man that the current ex-wife is trying to describe. Johnny Depp admits to drinking, drugs, and struggling with fame. But as he says, he's no wife beater. He describes his ex as a psychopath who liked to poop in the bed. Now, I know there's the clause in sickness and health. People get sick. They might poop in the bed. But if you just pooping to be pooping, that, can't have it. But Johnny Depp is on a mission to clear his name. Rihanna, when is she coming out with new music? She hasn't put out new music since 2016. She's not putting out anything anytime soon. Could it be because of the pandemic? Rihanna is going to concentrate on the beauty business. She sees herself as a future beauty billionaire. She's coming out with a skincare line to go right alongside the Fenty Cosmetics. Of course, she's doing well with Savage X. Right now, music is not a priority with Rihanna. And she's not putting out no new music no time soon. Keke Palmer, she may have lost the show, Strahan, Sarah, and Keke, but the future is nothing but bright for her. She's on the latest edition of Cosmopolitan magazine, talking about her life, talking about her role in the Black Lives Matter movement. She is in talks to reprise her role for the Nickelodeon show, True Jackson VP. She's doing a little thing called Singled Out on Quibi. And she has just signed on for the motion picture Alice. It has a slave twist. I know. I'm tired of slave movies. This one has a little twist. She plays a slave who runs away from her captors. She's going through the forest. She gets away from them. She parts the trees, and she lands right into the year 1973. As a slave, it was the 1800s, so it goes right to 1973. Yeah, that year, where Sound of Philadelphia was popping, and Soul Train was popping, and people really coming to their own right before disco. The movie is called Alice. There's a lot of excitement. It has a little twist with a little slave stuff, but she said she felt it was important to do this role. Oscar winner Matthew Cherry, he won an Academy Award for his animated short, Hair Love. It was about a black father doing his daughter's hair. Matthew Cherry used to be in the NFL. He's directed Blackish, Mixish, my favorite show, The Last OG with Tracy Morgan. Now he's teaming up with HBO Max for a spinoff on Hair Love entitled Younger Love, The Adventures of a Father, Daughter, and of course, Hair. Patrick Mahomes, he is signed at the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid's team just won Super Bowl. He has signed the largest NFL contract in history, $503 million. What's amazing about this? $477 million is guaranteed. He gets injured, still getting $140 million. This is why I want Cam Newton to do well. You know he signed a one-year deal with the Patriots. He can't even get $1 million. It's just a deal with under $1 million. I want to see Cam do well because he has 1,000 kids and that money could come in handy. Kanye West production and clothing company got some of that PPP loan money, loaning out money to businesses. His company got between $2 and $5 million. It saved 160 jobs. Kanye, why are you getting a loan? You got the money. You could have covered it yourself. There are legit people who need the loan. Trump got a loan too, his law firm. Why are they giving out loans to people who they really don't need it? I mean, everybody loves extra money, but there are legitimate businesses that need that money. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, she could be that front runner for Biden's vice presidential pick. She's got the COVID-19. I wouldn't want to be a mayor for it. They were just tearing her up over the weekend on Twitter because there is a raging debate. I did a podcast on it. Black Lives Matter, but when is it going to matter to Black people? This was a heated podcast that I did. And it's big discussion. You know, you got Terry Crews out here talking crazy. He was on with Don Lemon last night. That was just crazy. I just wish somebody could just sit Terry Crews down because he's going to start losing gigs. Just losing gigs because he's just talking crazy. But they were coming at Mayor Bottoms for what she said because a 6-year-old girl was killed in Atlanta. And she was like, yo, we're marching for Black Lives Matter, but kids are getting murdered. Chicago, where I live in Philly, different cities, the crime rate has gone up. It is shot through the roof. And we can say systematic racism. Look at me. I know y'all said you done got off the entertainment. I know. You can say systematic racism, but there are too many guns out here on the street. And guess what? Too many guns and people don't know how to use them. Look at Ricky Smiley's daughter. That was road rage. She was just going somewhere to eat. Now she's having trouble walking because of nerve damage. Ricky Smiley, TV, radio host, she got shot up like two or three times. Well, anyway, she got hurt. Just going to get something to eat because they were shooting at somebody else, but the bullets just go. Okay. I'm going to get back on topic. Halle Berry is pulled out of a movie where she would have played a transgendered man. When she announced it, there was such backlash that she decided, you guys are right, a transgendered person should play this role. Bubba Wallace, the African-American race car driver, where they found a noose in his garage, even though the NBA said, that wasn't a noose. Yes, it was a noose. He got NASCAR to take down the Confederate flags. Trump tried to call him out, said it was a hoax, said he should apologize. Here comes Dr. Dre to the rescue. He has assigned Bubba Wallace to be a new spokesperson for Beats by Dre. Bubba's in great company. LeBron James, Serena Williams. I do not believe that was a hoax. That was a noose. And I'm glad that somebody is showing some support for Bubba Wallace. Let's get back to Ricky Smiley. Please keep him, the family, and his 19-year-old daughter in prayer for this violence to hit him. And it really hits home because he's been talking about it very openly. Please keep them in prayer. Charlemagne the God is getting a weekly TV show. He used to work here in radio in Philadelphia, really hit his stride at Power 105 in New York. It's going to air on Comedy Central right before Election Day. pop culture, politics. He's going to do it all. He's going to launch before the election. Will he stay on in radio? I hope he does. My boss has a saying, and Steve Harvey, you look at Steve Harvey with 1,000 jobs. He never gave up his radio job because he realizes that radio is the straw that stirs the drink, stirs it. Can't get rid of that. You get rid of that, you won't have the platform a lot of times for everything else. And if everything else doesn't come to fruition, you still got your radio gig. Charlemagne, I hope you stay, or at least keep your foot in radio, but congrats. Comedy Central, new weekly talk show. Vivica Fox, 50 Cent. Remember when Vivica dated him and it was kind of strange because she seemed turned out? And we were like, Auntie Viv, Auntie Viv, Auntie Viv. Love Vivica Fox. But that was a strange time. 50 wasn't really good to her. 50 made headlines, shocked us all. I want to date somebody exotic. I don't have time for an angry black woman. Well, child, these are the things that will make a black woman mad. You can love who you love, 50. You can love who you love, but you don't have to put a black woman down to do it. Well, Vivica says, 50, you can't handle a black woman. 50 is petty. Very. He even went so far as to describe things she did with her tongue to his behind. I hope he doesn't come out and try to attack her. I hope he just lets this go. You've already done enough damage. You don't need to. And just hope that he doesn't try to come after Auntie Viv because they used to date. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. There was a lot today. It was. I'm going to drink my water as soon as I finish here. If you like the channel, hit the like button. If I heart you, that means that I saw it. And I'm hearting you to let you know that I saw it. Tell a friend. Subscribe to the channel. Get friends to subscribe to the channel. We talk pop culture and entertainment, and that's why I said I'm your auntie of pop culture. I'm Patty Jackson. Appreciate you guys so much. And thanks for joining me.